Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattletales from Tales from the Vector. And this is a general or collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. This is also timely, so if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. All right, here we go. We have the Page of Swords for the underlying energy for the reading. This is about the element of air. The swords represent mental intelligence and discipline of your mind, basically your thoughts. And the Page of Swords is talking about information or communication coming in. Now, the pages, they would work for the king and the queen, very young, 7 to 14. And this might have some bearing on the kind of timeline from when this information or communication comes in. The Page of Swords would start working for the king and queen around 7 to 14. And at the age of 21, he might even be considered for knighthood if he was still there. And this can sometimes mean that the information or communication coming in could be from when you were under the age of 21 in elementary school, high school, or just starting out college, university, or maybe apprenticing in the workforce for the first time. And this energy is also talking about the energy of maybe it's someone from that time frame, someone that you knew way back then, that the information or communication is coming from, or it's about them, or something to do with that. It can also say that this could be like 7 years, you haven't seen this person for 7 years, 14 years, 21 years. And the information coming in can sometimes just come from yourself. It can be like an epiphany that you have. Aha, that's what I'm going to do. It's that type of energy. So this is your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind. And the Page of Swords, he is the only page that's not looking at his element. He's not looking at the sword because he already knows what the logical question is. He wants to find a creative solution to whatever the issue is. And so he is thinking outside the box, and he's looking towards his intuition for the answers. This energy can talk about a breath of fresh air, like a new thought that comes to you, epiphanies, as I said. Sometimes this can represent an energy of someone who's a private detective and investigator using technology, sometimes such as hidden cameras and hot mics, that type of energy. And we do have from the oracle for the underlying energy for this reading, we have dissension. So dissension is, well, you've been swimming with sharks. This is from my oracle, Tales from the Vector. It's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is one of, there's 64 paintings in the oracle, and this one is from when I was in Peru in the jungle, and I was in ceremony with shamans. This was one of the visions that I had. And so the dissension is when it's a tactic that's used that the point is to try and cause separation within a group, generally by saying, oh, that person said this about you, and that person said that about you, and, get everybody talking against each other, and before you know it, nobody likes anyone in the group where everybody used to really like everybody. So with friends like this, who needs enemies? That's swimming with sharks. And you may notice that the teeth on this shark are human teeth, not shark teeth. So this is saying some sort of information or communication is coming in. Maybe it's there's some dissension within it, or maybe it's to clear up some dissension. There is also a reward coming in as the first card for the reading. The Pentacle energy is health, and wealth, and happiness in the 3D. So this energy is saying that you've got a reward of some sort for coming in from the Most High. and from the universe collaborating. And it's because you've been staying on your destined path, on your path of glory. And this is a big reward. The pentacle energy is definitely a big part of it is money. And so that's why it is represented by a coin. And this is about, the element of earth. So it's matters of the earth and also the physical matter on earth. And you need money to purchase those things for sure. So, but you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So this goes goes a step further than just earning your living and your career, and that it can mean those things, but also your lifestyle. And we have the energy of the hangman. So the hangman, he hangs from the tree of knowledge. He wants to gain a better perspective to see what is going on. And he hangs there upside down. What better way, to see things from a different perspective until his aura is bright. And then he knows, okay, it's time to come down from the tree and take some sort of action. Now, sometimes this energy can say that there's some stuck energy in your life, or there's some sort of you've been isolating for a while. It can also talk about hanging around with people that don't benefit you like this. Maybe blood-sucking vampires by the looks of it. It could be with the dissension going on here. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and she is holding this pentacle in her lap. She's known for being extremely resourceful. She can make something out of nothing. And she prefers quality over quantity. She comes from generational wealth. So old money, they don't have a tendency to flash it around with like people with new money. They're very conservative usually in their spending, etc. They use money as a tool, not so much to impress others. The thing about this card is that a lot of people in my collective have left comments that they are missing inheritances, or they feel that something was stolen from them and they're looking for justice. So when the Queen of Pentacles comes up now in my readings, I always ask for the collective, hey, what happened to the generational wealth? I mean, we really admire her for being, able to be really resourceful, but why does she have to be if she comes from generational wealth? And that's a legacy that's passed down from one generation to the other. What happened to the legacy? Inquiring minds want to know. And then we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is another ace of energy coming in. Now this is awesome. Like the aces are brand new energy, and brand new energy is the way to go in the world today. I feel there's a lot of that new energy wanting to come in. We've had a lot of astrological effects since the beginning of 2026, where there's a lot of new energy, and a lot of people are feeling that on the planet. Some of it is really stressful, and some of it is welcome. The Ace of Swords is talking about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. And so this energy is saying, if there is some truth that needs to come in about this, there is a reward of truth coming in. And this energy is talking about, it could represent some sort of court energy as well for something like that. Because what do you say in court? I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. And then we have the Lovers, and the Lovers are this is talking about a divine couple coming together. You notice that they have the cloud in between them. This represents an energy that this is someone that you probably don't know, or if you do know them, they would be someone from way back when. Someone that not someone that you had a relationship with in the past, though. This is new energy coming in. The sun is shining on it. The sun represents God's energy, and the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So when the sun shows up here in this reading with the angel, it's talking about this is like a hand-picked lover for you, directly from the divine. And this energy is saying you may not know this person at all, or they might be very, very different from your type. so that you would normally date. And God says that's the point, because quite often a lot of you choose people that are not your type, or not the type that keeps you happy. And so this is more like a power couple, someone that will really empower both empower each other. And it says take the time to get to know each other, because this could be someone very different from who you would normally date. And we have a tower coming in. So the towers have been coming in almost every reading, it seems like, in the last few days. Today, as we're doing this reading, we did have the new moon. And the new moon is in Leo. And we also had a total solar eclipse. So this energy is sort of has been coming up because the eclipses stir up the energy quite a bit. And it's especially when you think about the sun not being, being blocked out for a short period of time, that energy can be kind of disturbing. Like, oh, the light is gone. It's kind of that energy. Plus, back on February 17th and on March 3rd, we had another eclipse season happening, and they last about 6 months. They're sort of just, in the background there. We don't really notice it so much, but it's there. And so this energy is talking about, a tower hitting, basically. This is when you don't, this is when you don't listen to your intuition. And then what happens is the energy is talking about, at first the universe will whisper, and the universe will say, hey, you want to take a look at that? There's something going on here. And then the universe will get a little bit louder and bang over the head with the frying pan. And that's talking about, hey, you're like, why did you do that, universe? That really hurt. And the universe is like, hey, that's nothing. If you don't take care of this, it's going to really be a lot more painful than that. And then, boom, the 2x4 hits and you still don't get it. So what happens is the lightning hits your tower. This is like having an energy of, it's out of the blue, and it's kind of like Murphy's Law. It's talking about an energy where it's never comfortable for anyone. If you are on the right side of the law, though, here, like, the truth is coming out. So if you're on the right side of the law, then this is going to be something that down the road, you'll probably say, whoa, it was a lucky thing that reality check came in, because I really needed it. There's two people falling out here. One is looking shocked, and the other one is like, oh man, really sheepish. I knew I should have taken care of this sooner. So it could be one's on the right side and one's on the wrong side. And that could be, it's kind of showing up here in the reading. So we'll see. We have the Knight of Wands coming in. So the Knight of Wands is a rebel with a cause. So after this comes in, someone's like fired up for sure. And so this is the element of fire. And it's talking about, the wands are made of wood, and wood fuels the fire. And so this is talking passionate action. And the Knight of Wands is, in the past, you can see like he's got this big red plume on the back of his helmet. And this is talking about, in the past, he may have been very impulsive, but here we have him. He also could be a bit of a hothead. So he has learned to rein his emotions in and discipline his mind so that he's not so impulsive. His horse is rearing up, but he's still controlling it. So the horse represents heartfelt energy and a passion, and heartfelt energy and passion. And this, the pyramids in the background represent the Knight of Wands. He has a love of adventure and traveling and meeting new people and, being enthusiastic about life and, exploring the world. And we have the Page of Cups coming in now as well. So this could be talking about a passionate love offer coming in. Well, we do have this here. So after the Tower hits, there's some sort of energy. There's the truth comes out, and a lover comes in, and there's a tower. And then we have this Knight of Wands rushing into. He's controlling the energy, but he is trying to get there with the energy. And then we have the Page of Cups. So this could be saying that this is a passionate love offer, because the cups don't necessarily have to be romantic. When it comes from the Page of Cups, though, it generally is talking about an offer of love that's romantic. Again, it doesn't have to be. It could be anyone that you love, or something that you love, or even something you love to be, or something you love to do. So this energy, the same as the Page of Swords, this energy is talking about the Page of Cups, the same energy of being someone that under the age of 21 type of energy. In this particular card, it also can represent an energy of someone, like they could be 80, but they're feeling, I was just watching some old reruns of First Dates last night, and there was a 90-year-old man and an 86-year-old woman, and it was so funny. They were really awesome. They were dating. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's people dating, going on first dates for the first time. It's pretty interesting. So the Page of Cups is talking about this. He understands that there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he is really focused on this fish. So this can say someone definitely has their eye on you, and it's talking about maybe some very passionate energy here. Now, this can also represent online dating. It could be, you get your, having flowers or a gift that comes in the mail or is delivered to your home. A text, a phone call. This energy would not be in person necessarily like it is in the old days. It would always be a mail that would be giving the offer, and it would always be in person. So just remember that all of the characters in the tarot are archetypes, and so they're not gender specific. And so this could be a younger woman or someone in a youthful young energy. It is wanting to offer a cup of love and has their eye on someone. And so we have the Chariot here, and this is saying that this energy is all happening like now. It's in the spiritual realm. So if it hasn't happened yet, then it's on its way, because it's already in the spiritual realm. And this is your energy of being on the Chariot. So the Chariot means that you're on your destined path. And that's why all these rewards are coming in. Like we've got the Pentacle energy, and we've got the Swords. So the Truth is coming in, and we have all this love coming in now, and maybe an epiphany. So it's a big change over this energy. And this is like when you're on the Chariot, it's like a tank. It's like tung, 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 tung. It's just running over any obstacles that get in your way. Get out of my way. I'm on my destined path. And you can see there's no reins needed here. The Sphinxes just are energetically pulling that tarot along, or that Chariot along. And then we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is saying that there's some sort of energy here still. I feel that it's sitting on this stuck energy. So it can be saying that this energy is starting to be unstuck. And this is talking about maybe you've been isolated for a while, because this sometimes can represent that energy. And now that Tower, the Truth came in, and I feel like the Truth definitely did. There was something about that. Now, this lover coming in could be passionately coming towards you, and it's already on its way. And maybe that is bothering someone else, that type of energy. In any case, this is like, or maybe you're like, oh, do I really want to get in another relationship? Maybe you've had a bad experience here, and that's what that's about. We don't know the time frame of how long all of this takes. So we have here someone who is feeling like they're in a mental prison. This is talking about, at one point I feel there was way more water here. Water in tarot represents real emotion. And you can see this person is like, she could just walk out of here, but she's just standing there like she can't. And this, she's all bound up, and this is talking about sometimes duty-bound energy. She feels like this is something that if she takes this action, it's going to hurt this person. And if she takes that action, it's going to cause a problem for that person. And so she's got a blindfold on, and that could be representing she just doesn't know what to do, or it can be like she just doesn't want to have to deal with it and look at it closely. But she's going to have to. And I feel there was more water here. It's now dissipated, the emotion. I feel like she managed to put these 7 swords behind her, and those can represent thoughts that she was having, and she's decided on taking action with this 1 sword here. She's ready to just cut her bindings off and to take her blindfold off and move forward with this thought. She's not quite ready because she still has her left foot in a puddle here. It's very shallow. So she's just about ready to leave. Now, these are the thoughts she's put behind her. And you notice she also has her back to her castle. So this could be talking about like really making a big decision, like to move or to leave like her original family and maybe move on to somewhere else, or leave a lot of different people behind here. And but she's ready to make that. And sometimes these can also represent the thoughts of other people, and how do we express our thoughts through words, right? And so this could be gossip and whatever, thoughts that people were saying behind her back with this swimming with sharks energy. And then we have the High Priestess, and it's saying, well, with the new moon out right now and the eclipse, it's a really good time to use your intuition. The High Priestess is known for having a very joyful life. She's sits at on a throne at the foot of God, and she is sitting between these 2 pillars. They're extremes. All of this busyness behind her is information coming in. And these days, we constantly have information coming in. And a lot of people feel like, they'll say, oh my gosh, it feels like the world is speeding up. Like you can't get everything done in a day. It's just like crazy. And it's because of all that information. Information does equal energy. And so the way she sorts through it, she understands the difference between her mind and her brain. Like your mind is your thoughts, your will, what how you're going to, how you decide to carry yourself. And your brain is your central nervous system. So it's your, the components of your brain and also your spinal column. And this energy allows you to feel sensations in your body. So psychosomatically, when we read something or we look at something or we say something, quite often we'll get a sensation in our body. And we can tell just within ourselves when we kind of learn to listen to that. We think about a logical question and then stop thinking and just allow your mind to go blank and just feel. What does your heart say? Do you feel sensations in your body? And those sensations, quite often, like if it's you're not in alignment with it, your body, you'll get that feeling, like when an elevator drops and you're like, ugh, and your stomach feels like it's on the floor. That's definitely weak energy. And then if it's really strong, quite often we'll just want to stand up and, straighten our spine out and that's it. You just know it. It's that epiphany, that aha moment. And so if you start listening to that, she could ask a question, get 5 logical answers, and any one of those answers could be the answer that would work. That's why people quite often get stuck in this energy, because they're all logical, but which one's the best one for me to use? That's the question. And so that's when you need to feel with your intuition and pick one that is the strongest. And that's, you may find that you're going to have a lot more ease in your mind and when you start doing that. And we have the Justice coming in. So Justice is definitely here with the sword in her right hand. This is talking about this banner behind her is the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical realm. And this energy is talking about an energy of you know, justice comes in from the spiritual realm and then it comes down into the physical. She also has her right foot forward. So isn't that interesting? The truth comes in and there's this tower energy and then more information coming in, and boom, there's the justice coming through as well. So the justice is saying that if you're on the right side of the law, spiritual and in the physical, this is going to be a blessing for you coming in. And if you're on the wrong side of the law, well, you've been caught and you're going to have to deal with the consequences. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So this is saying that when I feel like this is kind of a process that's happening, there's some sort of justice coming in. Maybe it has to do with this energy here. The cups are saying that there's a lot of opportunities coming in for you. And these opportunities, you have to be really paying a lot, you know, like, you know, it's sitting on this energy here of this justice is that you have all these opportunities coming in, but you, these cups are, each has a gift in it, but there's all this dark smoke around it. And that's just saying that a lot of these are cloaked in, the energy is challenging. Or it's like almost possibilities wrapped up in challenges. So you're like a black hole. You're sucking all this opportunity in now. It's like, this is all meant for you. And so this is, again, being able to decide which one are you going to go after first and how many do you want to explore. They're all, you're going to have to be able to see the possibility and the challenge. And this one, like, is talking about beauty. So, you know, you may have always wanted to have like your outer beauty. You might have something you want to change or whatever. So this could be giving you the opportunity to do that. There's a lot of ways we can do that these days. But it's also saying if you focus too much on how you look on the outside, you need to also focus on your inner beauty, because you won't be as beautiful as you want to be if you don't have the inner beauty. Sorry, my cat is on my lap here, and she's purring and is grabbing the mic. So if you're wondering what that weird noise is, that's her. And then we have this energy of the shrouded figure. And so what is under that shroud? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it ugly? Are you going to take a chance and see? The snake energy could be saying, I don't want anything to do with that snake. It's a yellow-bellied coward slithering through the grass. No, thank you. But someone else might look at it and say, wow, what a great chance to let go of everything that is holding me back in my life. I'm going to explore that. I want to shed my skin. And then this is talking about a castle. And, you know, castles are awesome. They're beautiful, but they can be very isolating. So there's a lot of people out there that really want a big home and a fancy place and have it looking really, really good. But they are expensive to keep up. And castles have a tendency to be built on cliffs. So they can be quite isolating. And sometimes people get like cash poor and they can't go out and do it that much because castles are expensive to keep. And then we have the bouquet of flowers. Like, are you going to compete with the other flowers and be worried that they're more beautiful than you? Or are you just going to open up and be part of the bouquet and, you know, shine? And it's also, the laurel wreath is saying that some sort of victory over something could happen, but laurel wreaths also are laid on coffins. And the last one is the dragon energy. So you might be afraid of dragons. You might think that, you know, dragons are all evil, and you know, the medieval ones from the old days gave us the dragon energy a bad rap. My dragons are from the future, so they're much more sensible. And then we have this energy of the Nine of Pentacles. This is like saying, wow, like you've reached pre-Empress energy, because you have, whatever you've been through, the good news is you've grown from it. And definitely when the truth comes out and the tower hits, there might be other people here that are worked up over it. Maybe it's these people over here. And they're like, oh no. Because here, I mean, this is like the Nine of Pentacles is like, there's only 10 pentacles in the tarot. So this is talking about being pre-Empress energy, like having learned so much that you're almost qualifying as an Empress. And the Empress energy is when someone is, you know, embodies the qualities of all four of the queens. And she does so because she has learned so much from all the life experience that she has. So this is talking about like, you know, this would be like multi-million in the dollar figures. And we have, it always reminds me of Nikola Tesla. He would say, you know, if you knew the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. And we have 3, 6, and 9, and then we have a falcon here. And I feel that falcon is representing having the foresight. So this is talking about learning, and sometimes the hard way, if you've been swimming with sharks, I imagine, that that you have learned the give and take in life. You have a lot of discernment about that. She is keeping her hand on 2/3 of what she has. This is these 6 pentacles. She knows this is what I need to meet my financial obligations in my home and in my business, and a little bit left over for emergency. And then these 3, one might be for charity, another might be for a risky investment. But if it works out to be a really good thing, it could be like really increase her financial portfolio. And if not, it's not going to impede her ability to be able to pay her bills. And then we have this energy of maybe saving up for a vacation or a car or something like that. So she has learned about give and take at a high level, and it's really why she's increasing her pentacles. She knows how much time, how much money, how much energy she wants to invest, and when she does invest, and remember, this isn't just about money. Your time is valuable. So it's, you know, she doesn't invest if there's not you know, a reciprocal energy towards it. It has to be a fair exchange, or she's not interested. And then we have at the top, we have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands energy has been coming up in these readings in the last 4 or 5 days here. I feel like it's saying that you're getting back to your old, natural, more easygoing character. She has this sunflower here, and it's talking about having the energy is of that, you know, the sunflowers follow the sun. And as I said, the sun is the happiest card in the deck. And it's talking about, wow, you know, like she's starting to feel that way again. And the wand energy is saying that she's passionate about life again, and maybe about having met someone. Do we have any male figures here? We do have a knight that could be, I guess, someone, but generally it would be a king. For a queen, it would be a king or something like that. Now we do have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have this figure here. So because of it sitting on this energy, it could be talking about this being the Queen of Pentacles is now going to be, when this information comes in, the truth comes in, this tower hits, that she's going to be in her more natural energy and be bringing in this lifestyle again. I feel this represents her energy, both these cards here, because we did ask that question. Now, not sure who this lover energy is. We'll keep going. I'll clarify for those that want clarification on it. From the bottom to the top and back down, we have the Ace of Pentacles, so a reward, an ace. It's something new coming in. It's because you've been on your destined path and you did what you needed to. Like, that's hard sometimes to have to do what you need to, but you did it. And this is talking about, it's elevated you to almost like Empress energy, and you're starting to feel happy again. That's the energy I'm picking up. You're starting to feel like optimistic, and you're not stuck in this energy anymore. Or I feel in this one, or it's about to shift. And then all these possibilities are now coming in. This is the justice for whatever has happened in the past. And there was some sort of tower Now, this energy, I'm not sure who this is coming through. It could be this energy here, or it can sometimes the Lover card can just talk about having a lot more love for yourself and just being like, thank goodness, like, you know. But I do feel that there, you know, this is talking about a lot of opportunity for love coming in if that's what you're looking for in a romantic sense. I'm going to clarify for those that want clarification. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. I really do appreciate it. And your likes and comments and subscribes, it helps me to build my channel. I really am happy about that. And I will, there was some sort of glitch on YouTube in the last while. I don't know, I was panicking almost because it seemed like I was going backwards. But then I looked into it, and I guess there was some glitch in their system for the last week. So that's a kind of weird energy that it's been out there. Things like that happening. So here we have that's with that eclipse energy. I feel like it's finishing up that energy of things, you know, going wrong in weird ways that you can't really do anything about. And it's kind of leftover energy. I feel also Mercury was in retrograde, and about 2 weeks ago it moved back forward again. And I feel like, yeah, there's still a little of that around. But the numbers on these cards represent the paintings. There's 64 of them in my gallery. And I will put them in the description box below that in the order they appear here. This is how they appear in the gallery. And we have the karmic space of ego. So this is saying, like, keep your ego in check. But I feel like a lot of people automatically think, oh, and it's about ego. It can be about an ego, like someone who's really puffed up and feels like they're all that. But it also can sometimes talk on a more spiritual level. Your ego will likes things to stay the way they are a lot of the time. So your ego will be like, you're not that special. You're not going to have all this coming in. Who are you to receive an ace? It must be some sort of a mistake. It's that type of energy. You know, it's trying to tell you that you're less than you are, that you're just a physical person. You don't have, you know, there's nobody that looking out for you. You're all on your own here. And then we have perception. So this is when the grass is greener on the other side and someone found out it was fake. So, you know, it could be saying that there was, like this card here can be talking about an energy from the past when you had something fishy going on in your love life. And what happens when you leave a fish out of water for too long? It starts to smell. And so there could have been something stinky or smelly going on in your love life. It was fishy. So definitely that might be talking about an old energy, because remember, this lover is coming in new. And then we have the Aquarius energy, which comes up on almost every reading lately. And I do feel it's because of the Uranus energy moving into the sign of Gemini about 2 months ago. And Uranus in Gemini wants the truth to come out. It's sitting right on this truth here. And, you know, with the justice coming in and, you know, that's saying that some sort of judgment has been made. It can be, and, you know, the truth coming out here. It could be talking about something that happened maybe a while ago, because Uranus moved into Gemini 2 months ago. And it is significant because it has not been there since 1941 to 1949. And it's really, really interesting energy, because that was when World War II was happening and the aftermath of that. And I was getting ready to do readings today, and my Moldavite, I had to go searching for it, wanted to come out. And Moldavite is from Germany. It's volcanic glass. Well, not volcanic, it's from a meteorite from like almost 15 million years ago. It's very, very potent energy. It's quite rare. So, but and now this card has come out in every reading that I've done today. And it's Uranus saying, yes, the truth is coming out. And this could be about this generational wealth coming in, like, you know, that was 75 years ago, but we're still finding out the truth about that. And it's significant also because Uranus is in the sign of Gemini for 7.5 years from now, to 8 years. So it's not, it's going to be there till 2033. And a lot of truth are coming, like there's a lot of this energy coming out. So it could be something that happened way back then is finally showing up now. So it could be maybe some overseas energy, or if you have relatives overseas, maybe someone has left you something or some land or whatever. We have the strength card here. This is talking about having the integrity and the strength to really go deep, look inside yourself, to be able to really take a look at yourself to figure out, okay, when this tower hits, what do I need to do differently? Because towers, even if you're on the right side of justice here, because it's sitting on the justice, towers affect everybody. So even if when a tower hits, it's uncomfortable for everybody. But you know, if it's sitting right on the justice here. So if you're you know, on the right side of the law, as I said, it's going to be a blessing in the end. But you know, at the time, you're not going woohoo, a tower hit. You're going, oh, what the heck, you know? And so, but down the road, you'll be saying, wow, that was the best thing that ever could happen. I needed that reality check. Then it's saying use your intuition and your insight here. So that's this energy here. She might have been trying to quiet her thoughts down here and meditating to figure out which of these swords to go for. So this is talking about using your third eye energy to come to creative solutions. And then we have degradation, which is another tactic, and it's talking about when you know, you're swimming with sharks and they want to lower your energy. So they do and say degrading things towards you so that you don't feel like you're worthy of the reward when it comes in, so that they can get it instead, maybe. It's kind of like a nasty energy, like this energy here. And then we have the father figures. And this card has been coming out a lot as well. So this could be saying, you know, down your paternal line, there could be some sort of energy. It's sitting right on this pentacle energy. So this could have been something that happened when you were young. Again, it's, you know, like it's the, you know, way back when or whatever. Or it could have be someone overseas, or, you know, I don't know where your family comes from. It might be something that you know about. So this energy could be about that, or it could also talk about you might be a father, or you might be looking for, yeah, I'm ready for a relationship that is steady enough to someone that I want to father my children, or you want to have children with someone and have that energy in your life. So definitely there is an energy of a lover coming in, but maybe it comes in after this energy shows up, because it is at the last over here. So we'll see about that. We have the superstar energy. I feel like you're going to have a lot more harmony in your life. There's a lot more harmony coming in. This is like sometimes like a real ignorant words being spoken, you know, that type of energy, hurtful words. And this is talking about a lot more harmony in your life. I feel it's because now you're starting to speak up. So yeah, I feel like you're not quite ready to get into another relationship as of yet, but you you're on your way. You're at the top of the pyramid here. You're speaking up for yourself now. You're starting to feel happy again. Getting back into your old energy is after this tower hits. And so if it may have hit already, you may know exactly what that's about, or it may not have as yet. And if you use your insight, maybe start listening to your intuition, because maybe, especially now with the new moon and the eclipse energy, is a really good time to use your intuition and your insight. And maybe you can prevent the tower from happening and move this along even quicker. All right, thank you for your time and energy, your likes, comments, and your subscribes. I really appreciate them. I'll be back with another reading for you again tomorrow. Bye for now.